This is Spoken by Elswith, a Femdom hypnosis podcast, Season 4. You may have noticed that this is a long podcast session. That's because we're doing a full-length session called Forest Bathing. Earlier this month, I shared with you a hypnosis session for erasing triggers and other things. And you enjoyed it, right? Or maybe it would be better to say that you found it useful. Though, if you enjoy the classroom setting, it might have encouraged some extracurricular activities. I certainly remember having a lot of grading to do at the time. Today, I'm going to share with you just one more positive and affirming hypnosis session. It'll come right after the podcast episode, so just keep listening. It takes the form of a deep relaxation session and visualization, a hypnotic version of the practice of forest bathing. Now, if you struggle here and there with visualization, be aware it is a skill, so the more you do it, the more you'll find that you're able to experience being in these different places. And if you don't know what forest bathing is, and you can't work it out from the name alone, first off, you should know that you won't be taking a dip, getting wet at all. But this is all about simply, calmly, quietly existing in nature and taking in whatever positive effects this can have. As a practice, it's proven to reduce just different things. But if you'd prefer some anecdotal evidence, I've done this and I like it, and it makes me feel good. As a matter of practice, whenever I'm out and about and walking my doggos, if we're not heading to near water, we're usually heading to a spot that has the tallest trees possible. Now, this isn't your typical vanilla session. It does have our twist on it, right? You expect that by now. Those delicious Femdom overtones. And I don't have to explain why that's a plus. Now, listen closely. On the website, you'll also find a special edition of this session. It includes the session itself without this long-ass introduction and 2 other versions. The goal of these extra versions is to associate the positive feelings of forest bathing and the release of negative feelings with something positive. So one session, the sleepy session, takes you towards a deep sleep, and sleep hypnosis is always popular. And the other session, it's called the horny session. It's all about a perfect sexual fantasy as you find release. Now, that sleepy session, it makes a lot of sense. One of the effects of real-life forest bathing is reduced cortisol, which is bound to help you rest. I don't think I can find a medical reason why attaching your sexual desires to forest bathing is necessarily a good idea. This is more of a manifestation of me guiding you towards something good by taking hold of your cock. And just tug tugging you along. Now, isn't that often the best way to guide you? If you want permission for a release today, it's an easy one to earn. Step outside, find a tree, and spend a minute with your hand against the bark. I'm not sorry if this leaves you looking foolish for a moment. Who knows, perhaps the nearest tree is in the middle of a roundabout. Did your mistress essentially tell you to touch grass? And your task is simply to keep listening and enjoy the session. This is Forest Bathing in the Shared Headspace, spoken by Elsbeth. The following session is unlikely to provoke any challenging experiences, but as always, you're encouraged to read the session notes and do a safe word setting session prior to any playtime with me. I want you to imagine that you are going on a mindful walk, a walk into the woods on a beautiful, crisp autumn day. You've left behind the houses and the busy roads, and any traffic is too far away to notice. The only sounds that you hear are the sounds of nature. Your steps are guiding you towards a beautiful spot in the middle of the forest. This spot is where there is a clearing filled with sunshine, and you know it overlooks a grassy green meadow. And ahead of you in the wood is the most comfortable place you could ever imagine. A seat in the forest that is waiting for you to sit down and rest. And somehow you know that when you lower your body onto that seat, you will be more relaxed than you could ever wish to be. Your mind will be open and receptive to all the positive suggestions that you hear during our session together. Suggestions that, deep within, you know will benefit you and that you desire so much. But at the moment, you are still walking towards the clearing, taking your time as you amble slowly and mindfully down the path. You're soaking up your surroundings with all your senses. There is so much to see, hear, and even touch and smell, and each step lets you relax more and more. Each step allows you to drift deeper and deeper into this wonderful state of hypnosis. You are feeling sleepier with each step that you take, and with a breath of fresh woodland air. Looking around you, notice the beautiful autumn colors, the vivid yellows, orange, golden and red tones of leaves that have fallen, and scattered from the trees they shimmer in the afternoon sunlight, bringing so much life and warmth into this forest. And you are feeling the warmth and comfort of this forest as you stroll slowly toward the seat. You are feeling safe and secure and protected by the strength of the trees that surround you. My essence surrounds you in this forest. Branches rustle gently above you, and the leaves are swaying in the treetops. Some leaves are falling in the soft, gentle breeze. The leaves are beginning to cover the ground, much like a patchwork quilt, and looking upward, you notice a slight movement there in the treetops. Running on one of the trees, slightly ahead of you, are two playful squirrels that chase each other up and down. Bright sunbeams of light stream through the openings in the treetops. They feel so comforting on your skin, and as you approach, they give you a feeling of calm and tranquility. You keep walking slowly and mindfully, falling deeper and deeper asleep the deeper you step into the forest, into my forest. You are leaving all tension and stress behind you. They have no place here. Allow my voice to gently guide you and lead you to the comfortable resting place in the clearing that I've made for you. You are looking forward to reaching this place as you are becoming sleepier and are now ready for rest. Your eyes are heavy and your seat looks so inviting. You may have heard of the term forest bathing, and that is exactly what we are going to be doing today, right here in my beautiful forest. You look forward to soaking up the forest's atmosphere and energy. And you are feeling very mindful, having no distractions. You become aware of a shallow stream running alongside you so peacefully. The sound of the gurgling water is calming. You can almost hear words and music mixed into the water's voice. And you listen to the sounds of nature all around you. The birds in the treetops, the cracking of twigs underneath your feet, and the leaves that are gently kicked into the air with every step that you take. Shifting your focus to your breathing now for a moment, you notice that it has slowed right down and become so effortless and calm. Your breathing has settled into a slow, steady rhythm, and this indicates how amazingly relaxed you are now. You are feeling lighter and more relaxed with every step that you take. You're so relaxed and focused on just being present, being in the moment, and being guided by the sound of my voice. you are experiencing this wonderful feeling of switching off your conscious mind and just feeling weightless and totally worry-free without a care in the world. Your conscious, active mind is not needed here in my place, so you can just take a welcome break. The gentle breeze in your hair and on your skin makes you feel so calm and relaxed. And even though you know that you could, you simply don't want to open your eyes. It's too much effort, and even trying would be hard. This walk today, it represents your journey into your subconscious mind. The deeper you are in my forest, the more you continue into your subconscious mind, the place where the magic happens, here in hypnosis. You are going deeper and deeper down. This is the most precious part of the brain that holds all the information about all the things that have happened to you during your life. This is where old information that no longer serves us can be updated. It is a place where changes that you didn't think possible can happen. As you enjoy this beautiful and relaxing walk through my serene forest, it takes you closer and closer to your resting place in the clearing, and you can see that it's not too far from you now. And the closer you are to your resting place, the more relaxed and comfortable you become. You experience the cleansing and energy that nature is sharing with you, that I'm giving you, and it fills you with strength and confidence. You are ready to rest and let the world around you just fall away. You are ready to focus on the present moment and experience the power of now. This is a place where you are open to suggestions. The suggestions that will change your life in such positive ways. And you might even wonder why you've never visited this place before. And yet you have. So many times without realizing it, because this beautiful place has always been available to you, perhaps without you realizing it was there. You have almost arrived. Just take those last few steps. You are going deeper and deeper into the wood and closer to your wonderful, restful seat. The smell of the woodland and grass sends a warm wave of pure relaxation through your body. You are so relaxed and calm now as you take the last few steps towards this special place, created just for you. And when you reach it, you sit down on your seat and drift deeper still, and allow the physical world to just fade away. You know that you are completely safe here. You also know that you will be able to return to this place anytime that you or I wish, whether waking or sleeping. Allow yourself to let go completely, knowing you are safe and protected. And every second of silence will let you relax 10 times more than you previously were. You are resting here, listening to the birds and the trickle of the water in the shallow stream. You are watching the leaves that still occasionally fall and scatter around. And it seems to you as though the physical world that you normally inhabit has become insignificant. Your full attention is here in this moment. All worries have faded and you feel safe and secure in the resting place that I created for you. This is your haven, and it belongs to you, and to you alone. But this is also my domain, my sanctum. The stream is here because I will it into being. And you hear the trickles of the water because I want for you to feel them. And I need for you to stay here as easily as you slip into trance and come here to this place for me. So now you're comfortable in your seat, in the forest, in the headspace I've shared with you. You can feel you're quite kept in this place. You've grown comfortable enough, spent long enough here, that this English ivy has crept all over you. You can look down now and see the dark green leaves, pointed, faceted. And on each one you can see etched the white veins branching out, the natural fractal you've become a part of. More deeply than any time before, the earthy, natural scent of this place, this wooden seat that has been offered up to you, the freshness of the leaves, it reminds you that you are now in a place that's far, far away from your mundane, everyday existence. Of the coarse, utilitarian aspects of civilization you've left behind. Now I want you to look up at the sky and observe the passing clouds for a moment. Watch how slowly and effortlessly those clouds seem to drift, one after another, soft, fluffy white clouds with their changing shapes. Notice how the clouds come and go, one after another. Old ones dissolve as new ones are formed. And take a closer look at those clouds and their changing shapes. Give them your full attention as you lift up those heavy eyelids to glance in the sky. In a few minutes, you will see how some of those clouds have passed and are there no longer, and with them, any unwanted emotions that no longer serve you or worries that have caused you unhappiness have also dispersed. I want you to gather every negative feeling and emotion, every negative belief that you hold about yourself. Gather up any self-doubt, fear, sadness, limiting thoughts, and anything that doesn't serve or enrich your life. Perhaps there are feelings of not being good enough, or not deserving of nice things happening. Or there could be fears for the future, worries about how situations will pan out. And maybe you're aware of past unhappiness or small snippets that contribute to treating yourself poorly. If so, gather them all up and bring them into your hands for a moment or two. And there may be negative feelings you're holding on to that wrap around and entangle with the ways you seek more pleasurable sensations. They may take the form of shame or guilt around your desires to play and to experience wonderful things, good things in the shared headspace or in hypnosis. Or it might be the very fact that you want to lose yourself. You want to lose your inhibitions and your self-control through trance. But here you can know that this just isn't true. You don't have to hold on to negative feelings of this type or any other. Your body is releasing any and all negativities from deep within you as you imagine this ball of negativity in your hands. So roll them all into a ball and pick every little piece that you can find in your body and mind, ready to let go in a moment or so when I tell you to let go. And when you are ready, send that big ball of negative energy up into the clouds. Use your energy and that of the forest to let go of that ball of negatives and send it up into the sky, creating another beautiful cloud. Those limiting doubts and self-beliefs, they've been trapped deep within you for far too long. And you are not going to hold on to them here. Today, I insist that you are letting them go and releasing those negativities so you can be free to enjoy again. You really want to start feeling like that wonderful self that you are. Feel how light your chest becomes when you let go of any of those feelings that don't serve you or me and are not helpful. There's no need to hold on to those feelings because they never belonged to you in the first place. All of your thoughts and feelings belong to me, don't they? Repeat that. All of my thoughts and feelings belong to Elswith. All of my thoughts and feelings belong to Elswith. All of my thoughts and feelings belong to Elswith. Experience yourself being free of those negative things. Watch as they gently drift away. And all the while, the world keeps turning. Now, my dear, I'm going to be quiet for a few more moments to allow you to go deep. Deep inside and identify any other feelings that you want to be rid of. And when you are aware of those feelings, gather them together into a ball and let that ball go. Let it float through your fingers and into the clouds, and see how those negative feelings just drift away. When you finished releasing all of the things you no longer want or need in your life, I want you to notice how you've created a whole lot of new space for positive and more helpful emotions. Emotions that are good for you, good for us. Emotions that can enhance and strengthen your life. You can now use this space deep inside of you. Fill it up with some self-love and acceptance and respect. That's right. Fill it with confidence, calmness, and peace. And don't forget a good dose of lust in there. And like the trees around you, let those feelings grow and take root. Whenever you're feeling the weight of negative emotions bearing down on you, know that you're always welcome to bathe in my forest and in all these positive and affirming emotions that you're experiencing right now. Remember that this place is found within you, me, us. Remember that you don't need to fall into trance to experience the negativity falling away, being replaced with a positive or even just neutral emotional state. Whenever you need it, know that this session, this time together, is waiting for you, so you can revisit and reinvigorate this beneficial mindset. From within springs the knowledge that we can only ever find true contentment and happiness on the inside when we look after ourselves. And you do look after yourself by breathing and bathing in my luxurious forest with its lush woodland growth. You breathe in the beautiful autumn colors, the vivid yellows, and the subtle ochre. You breathe in the orange and golden and red tones that shimmer in the afternoon sun. And that sun streams down through the trees, bringing so much more than life and warmth into this forest and into your being. You breathe in the gentle breeze and the sound of trickling water from the stream, and the essence of nature that's all around you. This moment in my forest, it fills you with confidence and reminds you how strong you are. You begin to really appreciate life and notice all the small but beautiful things around you. And you appreciate yourself because you are a very special, unique human being with love and creativity and wisdom and respect for yourself. The world keeps turning and the sun rises for you every morning, leading you into a new day full of new experiences. In a moment, I will count the numbers from 1 to 5, and at the count of 5, your body and mind will wake up fully, feeling refreshed and positive, and ready to allow yourself to continue to grow. You may choose at that time to surrender to sleep, drifting off into a natural sleep, restoring you. So when you are ready, 1, 2, 3, you're coming slowly back, and 4, your eyes are now opening, and 5, your mind and body are now returning to normal conscious awareness.